Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome back to the Whitetails Dynasty. And this episode is a doubleheader, and it's Big Ten action coming this way. Now, Wisconsin State is ranked number 25 for the first time this season, and we are going up against number 18, Nebraska. But before hopping into the games here, we do have some recruiting update news. Tyler Hawkins Jr. commits to Iowa, the team that his father originally wanted to go to, and he is a Hawkeye next year. Tanner Reed, a promising outside linebacker, commits to Washington. So that is a bit of a surprise to me. But then Marcus Smith, the quarterback, the dual threat guy who ran the option in high school, he has committed to the Whitetails. I think this is going to be our biggest recruiting season of all the seasons, and it should be because, you know, we're better. But I think that the talent gap between this year's recruiting class and every other year's is huge. So that is going to help us versus these Big Ten opponents. So let's get this first game underway, going up against Nebraska, and look at that. The first play of this game, Anderson Reed comes up with a huge sack. Now, Anderson Reed is a redshirt freshman. He is impressive. He has the skills to be a dominant defensive lineman. He has great power moves, good tackling, and his block shit is pretty good as well. So 3rd and 16 this time, trying to get rid of it, and we're going to send the blitz, and the screen pass is not there. It's Nathan Beaver, the senior, and we take over after that sack. So DiRoberto out onto the field for the first time this game. He is back from the one-game absence, and he will find a receiver across the middle. It is Price Greer for the first down. So 2nd and 4 this time. Xavier Storm is open. That's a touchdown, 15 yards out. And DiRoberto looks like he hasn't missed a beat, and he finds his favorite target, Xavier Storm, for the touchdown. So here's Nebraska back out onto the field, trying to make this a game and come back and tie it up. And there is the tight end, Isaac Martin, for 16 yards. So here's Bradford, handoff to McMahon, who does run it in, 7 yards out. It's a touchdown. Nebraska does come into this game ranked higher than us. They have some impressive wins on their resume, but we're going to be looking to turn some heads in the NCAA. So here's DiRoberto backing onto the field, and he is scrambling out to about the 3-yard line on that one. And that brings it to a 3rd and inches. Giving it off to our power back. That is Adam Murphy. Touchdown, 3 yards out. And there we go. Another touchdown, 14-7 on the road. So here is Bradford at quarterback this time. He's going to drop back to pass from the shotgun. Throw it to the right side, and it's picked off. Richard Lewis, the senior. He tries to pitch it back to J.J. Wyatt, and he fumbles it. And that is a turnover for Nebraska. Who would have thought before this season started that Richard Lewis would be leading our team in interceptions? That is his 3rd of the season. So here we are with great field position to start this next drive out. Here is DiRoberto scrambling out to the right side and throws, and it's a touchdown. Francis Smith, 20 yards. DiRoberto, 2 touchdowns on just 6 passes. And we do get on the board again, 21-7. So believe it or not, Nebraska does fumble on the kickoff. It gives us great field position, and we come back out. Maurice Jackson, 6 yards, touchdown. Another pass, another touchdown. But it's not over. They fumble again and give us the ball back with a 28-7 lead. So here we are. First play again. Touchdown. Xavier Storm. His 2nd of the game. Justin DiRoberto has half the amount of touchdowns that he does completions. That's amazing. And we fast forward into the 3rd quarter with a commanding 38-10 lead. DiRoberto looks like he's making his Heisman run. I think the NCAA is disrespecting us this year. And what's funny about that is that USC loss that we had, that's versus a really good USC team. They only have 1 loss on the season. But here is Storm. He fights in his 3rd of the game. And wow, I mean, what a shellacking of Nebraska. This has been an amazing game. If we didn't catch the attention of the NCAA before, we have it now. As we do fast forward inside of a minute left here in the 4th quarter. Here's DiRoberto scrambling up the middle, and he's got another one. His 5th touchdown of the game, and that is going to be 55-30 is going to be the final. And Nebraska pretty much laid an egg in that first half. I mean, pretty much fumbling twice and setting up 3 touchdowns on 3 plays. I mean, that is just amazing. He had 6 total touchdowns on the day. DiRoberto did in his return. And Nebraska knows Justin DiRoberto's name now. And there are rumors he's starting to get on NFL radars. Just watch out. He is technically eligible for the NFL draft, but he has already informed the coaches that he is not even thinking about the NFL at this point. And he will be returning, obviously, for his junior redshirt season. And then I just want to highlight Anderson Reed. Now, we did give him the start in this game over Colson Kavoris, and he had 3 sacks, 4 for loss. I think we found something with Anderson Reed. He is 6'8", just like Bobby Mathis. Those two are massive on the defensive line. Now it gets serious. We go up against number 24 Wisconsin as we move up to just number 20, and Bryant Simmons is their quarterback. Remember, we watched that upset earlier in the season over Ohio State, number 1 in the country at the time, and now Bryant Simmons is leading a new Wisconsin team with this new spread hurry-up offense that they run. No more power I, but they still do run it quite a bit. On the defensive side, we'll have to watch out for 6'3", senior, top 5 projected pick, Joey Minor. And let's go. We're going to Camp Randall to start this game out. Wisconsin does start out with the ball, and we will be on defense. Here is Joseph Holloway on the return, and he will take it back to about the 26-yard line. And now here we go. Bryant Simmons, our former quarterback, facing his former team. The first throw out to left side. He's got his tight end, Jack Watson, for a gain of 20 yards to start it out. So you can see this is a different looking Wisconsin offense. They come out to start the shotgun, to start the game. Here is Joseph Holloway getting in, and he gets 9 yards on that catch. So they eventually do get it across the 50-yard line to about the 40. This time Simmons gets rocked. That is Victor Dimitrakos on the sack. Wow. Welcome back to the Whitetails, Bryant Simmons. Victor Dimitri makes him pay. And now that brings it to an eventual 3rd and 10. Simmons throws to the sideline, and that is an absolute dime, finding Darrell Robinson for the first down. Simmons looks like more of a polished passer now. He plays for this offense, and now he tries to get rid of it on the next pass, and there is a sack. Richard Lewis, the senior. I am so surprised at Richard Lewis. He has been kind of a spotty player his entire career. Now he's finally showed up as Bryant Simmons unloads deep, and it's going to be deflected by the new starting safety, Justin Royal, as Wisconsin does kick the long field goal, and that one has way more than enough leg. And now here comes DiRoberto down in a 3-0 deficit. Under center to start this game, 2nd and 11, directing traffic, blocking his running back, and he throws over the middle. He throws, and that's caught by Maurice Jackson, 21 yards and a first down. So you guys did see me changing the play at the line. I just want to remind you guys that I do not run any hot routes. The only hot route I will run is blocking guys. So I will not throw anybody on slants. I will either change the play to a run pass or a play action, or just block running backs or tight ends. So here's Bam Cameron with the handoff up the middle for a gain of 8, which brings it to a 3rd and 2. Throw to the right side, wide open. Xavier Storm coming off of that 3-touchdown game. He picks up a gain of 22. He's on his way to an 1,000-yard, maybe even 15-touchdown season. So here's DiRoberto, throw across the middle. That's going to be caught by Xavier Storm, gain of 9. And that brings it to a 2nd and 1 at about the 6-yard line. Throw into the right side. Adam Murphy, he's got it. Touchdown, running over 2 defenders on his way. He is an ox. That's a touchdown. Just take a look. This guy runs over 1, runs over 2. Why not fall in? It's a touchdown. 7-3 lead here on the road. So here comes Simmons back out onto the field at quarterback. We do send a blitz, try to knock him off his game, and there is a pass out to left side, completed to Jack Watson for a gain of 4. So they eventually get it to a 3rd and 3, running a screen pass out to the running back Hill. He picks up a couple of blocks. Number 63, another big block by him, and Hill will take it all the way. It's a touchdown. Wow, that pulling guard, number 63, he blocks that guy out of the way, and then one more. Boom! Marquise Dorsey gets annihilated, and now Wisconsin takes the 10-7 lead. But look at us back out on the opposite field. Here is a kick return. It is Xavier Storm taking it to about the 46-yard line. And now here comes DiRoberto starting out the next drive with great field position. He's going to unload to the right side. It's Storm, and he picks up 8 yards, giving it right back to the junior. So 2nd and 2 this time. Adam Murphy, a carry up the middle. He's got about a gain of 9 and a first down for his first carry of the game. So now we line up here in the shotgun. Counterplay to the left side. Adam Murphy again fighting forward, 9 yards again. He's a bull. I just got to admit it. He's probably the best running back we've had so far in this series. And you can see here he runs up the middle, and he just fights forward on every single play. It's a gain of 5 yards. So now at the 2-yard line, handoff. Murphy fights forward and barely gets enough for the first down. Wisconsin does have a tough defensive front, and that brings it to a 2-yard line. This time a hit by the linebacker, and that is going to be about a gain of 1 maybe. And that brings it to a 3rd and goal. We bring in Bam Cameron, and he gets hit hard. Number 55, Bryant Fitzpatrick, is there in the backfield. In this game, I'm not going to take any risks. We do settle for the field goal. It's 10-10. So now to start this second quarter, here is Brian Simmons out onto the field. He looks good throwing the ball. Here is a throw to left side. It is Jack Watson, his favorite target, gain of 14. So we have not heard from the receiver, Carl Hopkins, who is their best-rated receiver. Here is Ryan Hill with a handoff up the middle on a draw play, gain of 3 yards. So handoff to the right side. Hill, great blocking downfield. That's Carl Hopkins sealing the edge, and that's a gain of 16. I guess if he's not making an impact receiving-wise, he's throwing some great blocks. So Simmons this time facing some pressure, throws to the sideline, and that's going to be caught by Watson again. And it's a gain of 7 yards, bringing it to a 3rd and 3. Simmons under center this time, throwing to the left side. There's Watson again. This guy just finds a way to get open. Another catch for him, 11 yards and a first down. So Simmons comes out in the red zone, under center this time. Simmons throws to the left side. He's got his best tight end. That's Patterson. Believe it or not, Watson is the backup tight end. Josh Patterson is actually a 90 overall tight end, and it's a first down. So 1st and goal, throw to the end zone. It's caught by Joseph Holloway, the dynamic receiver. He returns kicks for him and punts, and Brian Simmons has his 2nd touchdown pass of the game as Wisconsin takes the 7-point lead. So back on the next drive. Here's a play-action fake, but Wisconsin sends the pressure, and they get to Justin DiRoberto. Jason Hunter comes from the secondary and comes up with the sack. So 3rd and 18 this time. DiRoberto has all day to throw. He will throw it deep, and it's almost intercepted and maybe even caught by Price Greer off of the tip. And we will punt the ball away as Wisconsin has a chance to take a 2-score lead here in the second quarter. So Brian Simmons comes out onto the field. Here's a handoff. Ryan Hill to the left side. He will cut forward, and he gets tackled from behind by the senior, Richard Lewis. So 3rd and 2 this time at about the 30-yard line. Simmons, nobody to throw it to. He moves a little bit, throws across the middle, and there is Carl Hopkins. Where is the pressure on that one? Gain of 5 yards and a first down. So 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Throw out to the right side, and it's almost picked off by Justin Royal, the true freshman cornerback, turned safety. And that is a crucial drop as now this drive does continue. Here's a handoff to left side. Hill gets a block around the edge and steps out of bounds. He had a touchdown on that run, and that brings it to a 3rd and 3. We may have caught a break. Here is Simmons under center. He has all day to throw. He's going to scramble. You forget he can run. He has really established himself as a pocket passer, and you forget he has the wheels as well, and he picks up the first down. So following a penalty this time, 1st and 15, pitch out to the right side. Look at the vision by Ryan Hill. Touchdown. He cuts back inside, and that is the beauty of NCAA. Man, I love that running back logic, and they take the 2-score lead. So now we're back on offense. Wisconsin does send the nickel blitz on this next play, and there is Xavier Storm open on the left side, gain of 13 yards. So 1st and 10. This time, a throw to the left side, and that's going to be Francis Smith for a gain of 13 and a first down as this clock winds down to inside 2.5 minutes left here in the first. Here is DiRoberto, throws to the sideline, and it is incomplete. One of the few incompletions you'll really see from DiRoberto. He is deadly accurate As now that brings it to a 3rd and 10. Scrambling out to the right side. Francis Smith gets it, and he gets tackled just short of the first down. And now we have a decision to make. We said we weren't going to take chances, but this one seems like a no-brainer. Just out of field goal range. 4th and 1. DiRoberto facing some pressure. He will throw off his back foot. He finds Maurice Jackson somehow, and Jackson fights for the first down. That is an athletic throw by Justin DiRoberto, but take a look at the end of this play. DiRoberto is shaken up, so he will have to come out of this game. So in comes the true walk-on freshman, Bryant Baker. We saw him a couple games ago. Here he is, 1st and 10. His first throw. Bryce Greer gets it. It's a first down. Gain of 15 on that one. So DiRoberto comes back into the game. It seems like it wasn't that serious, or he's just fighting through the pain. 2nd and 10. Throw across the middle. It's Greer again, but this time he can't hold on to it, and it's knocked away. And that brings it to a 3rd and 10. This is crucial. Here is DiRoberto. Throws out to the right side. It's Storm who does get 9, but we needed 10. And here we go. 4th and 1. Go for it again. Throw across the middle. It's Storm. He's got it for the first down. Gain of 6 yards. These nerves are starting to go because, man, these are some pretty crucial 4th down conversions. So 2nd and goal. Here's a throw across the middle. That is Bryce Greer who gets it to about the 5-yard line after a couple penalties. And that brings it to a 3rd and goal now. Bam Cameron in the game. Here's DiRoberto scrambling out to the right side. He throws to the end zone, and that is caught, but just out of bounds. Xavier Storm could not drag a foot. And now we are going to be aggressive here because we're down by 2 scores. We don't want to be 2 scores down going into halftime. DiRoberto scrambles, and he gets sacked, and it's a loss of 3 yards, 13 seconds left in this first half. And that's a crucial stop. We could have settled for the points right there. And now looking back in retrospect, we probably should have. So now Wisconsin comes back out, and they're just going to run this ball and get into halftime. Here's a handoff. Ryan Hill, and he gets a perfect block down the left sideline, and Hill is off to the races. Zane Alexander is the last line of defense, and he does run them down and slows them down just enough for Richard Lewis to trip him up from behind. That's actually Blake Childress. And now with 2 seconds left, they go all the way down the field on one big run and end up scoring and making it 27-10 going into halftime. A disaster here in the first half. So now to start the second half, down by 17. We are still in this game, but we do have to score on pretty much every drive because our defense is not making stops. The first pass out to the right side. It's Xavier Storm who set us up with great field position after a nice return. As now here we are at about the 30-yard line. This time we're going to hand off to Adam Murphy, who's run the ball well in this game. A big hole in the cutback lane, and that's 11 yards and a first down. So Wisconsin is giving up a lot of yards in this one. Here's a throw across the middle. There's Bryce Greer who gets 13, and he's inside the 10-yard line, set up with goal to go. And DiRoberto looks good throwing the ball once again. Throw across the middle, but a wide open Marquise Moore. He was looking for him, and it's incomplete. A rare miss once again for DiRoberto. So 2nd and goal, handoff up the middle. There's Adam Murphy who does fight forward. He gets pushed back a little bit, and he gets about a gain of 4 yards, bringing it to a 3rd and goal. We hurried up to the line. DiRoberto throws to the end zone. It's caught. Marquise Moore, the high school quarterback. He's in for the touchdown, and that is going to be DiRoberto's 2nd touchdown pass of the game. And now this lead is back to 10 points. Is now here Simmons back out onto the field. His first pass out to the left side. That's Joseph Holloway for a gain of 6. And now that brings it to a 2nd and 4. I imagine they're probably going to try to run the ball. They do. Ryan Hill up the middle. He does get stopped by J.J. Wyatt. And now that brings it to a 3rd and 2. A crucial down here for this defense. Simmons, we send some pressure, and he will just throw this one away. That is perfect defense on that one. And Simmons forces us to come back on an offense after that punt. And now here comes DiRoberto trying to lead another scoring drive here in this game. Here's Adam Murphy with a carry up the middle. That's a gain of 7 yards, bringing it to a 2nd and 3. Here is Murphy, another carry. He will fight forward for another first down on that one. And now here we are close to about the 50-yard line, lined up for a 1st and 10 throw. Throw to the right side. Greer's got it. He has a lot of catches on the year. Him and Storm are pretty much going to be All-Americans. I think it's maybe a shoe-in for them to be All-Americans unless we get snubbed. The NCAA is used to snubbing us. So here's a throw to the right side. That's Maurice Jackson, a big gain. 41 yards down the field for the sophomore, and I love Maurice Jackson. He is one of my favorite players on this roster. So 2nd and goal. Here's a throw to the right side, and it's Adam Murphy, his 2nd of the game, and that is going to be another touchdown pass for DiRoberto, adds to his total. That's 3 on the day, and this lead is cut down to just 3 points, and now maybe another stop will give us the lead. So here comes Bryant Simmons. He's showing no signs of slowing down besides that 3 and out on the last drive. Here's Watson again. He's back. 13 yards and a first down. So from about the 45-yard line, just about. Throw to the right side. It's Watson again. Another 13-yard gain. And, man, he is getting open quite a bit in this game. So 1st and 10. Simmons under center this time. He's got all day to throw. He's going to throw to the right side. And that is Josh Patterson, who gets tackled from behind by Justin Royal. And now they're inside the 10-yard line to about the 7. And here comes Simmons under center. Power I formation. They still do have it in the playbook. Hill up the middle. Tackled from Justin Royal. And now here we go. A crucial 3rd and goal from about the 6-yard line. Simmons from the shotgun throws out to the left side. He's got Smith, his fullback, who is going to be tackled by Marquise Dorsey, Blake Childress, and a bunch of other Whitetails. And we do get them to settle for the field goal. So a 24-30 game here towards the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's a throw out to the right side. It's Storm again, a lot of room, and he has got the speed. 37 yards down the field, and it's a first down. DiRoberto closing in on 300 yards passing. So the Whitetails get it to about the 23-yard line. Here's a handoff. Murphy up the middle, another big hole. He spins forward, and another gain of about 11 yards. He's having a big game running the ball, 90 yards off of 16 carries. So DiRoberto from the shotgun, throw across the middle. It's Julian Gonzalez in the game, and he picks about a gain of 8 up. And now we get it to inside the 10-yard line. Murphy checks back into the game to start the 4th quarter. 3rd and 3. Scrambling out to the right side. DiRoberto throws it into touchdown. Xavier Storm 7 yards out. And we do take the lead here, 31-30. And Wisconsin loses that 17-point lead. And now we are on top on the road. And here comes Bryant Simmons, the former Whitetail. Can he lead a 4th quarter comeback down by just 1? But here he is, sitting in the pocket, has all day to throw, and he's going to find Josh Patterson, the tight end. Where is the pressure on that one? And it's a big completion for a first down. So this play in the I formation, running Patterson in motion, throws deep down the left side. It's Joseph Holloway, touchdown. He burns Marquise Dorsey on that one. And Simmons, 3 touchdown passes, only 5 incompletions. He looks like a complete quarterback now, and he gives Wisconsin the 7-point lead. So here is DiRoberto back out onto the field. There is a throw across the middle, but knocked away. And that brings it to a 3rd and 8. 5 wide out there. DiRoberto throws to the sideline. Marquise Moore. He has a first down on that one. Gain of 9 yards. And now here we are. 6.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Handoff up the middle. Murphy fighting forward, running over 2 defenders. And he only gets a gain of 3, bringing it to a 3rd and 7. Close to about the 45. Jackson gets it across the middle. He does fight forward, wide open. 13 yards from Maurice. Highlights Jackson. He's closing in on a 100-yard day. So 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Here's a quick throw across the middle. Marquise Moore picks up another first down on that one. 13 yards and a first down. Everybody's touching the ball in this game. It seems like we have a lot of guys with a lot of yards in this one. And now DiRoberto is set up in the red zone. Here's a throw across the middle. Greer fights forward. Wow, what a throw. That was thrown on the back shoulder across the middle. That is an excellent pinpoint throw by DiRoberto. 1st and goal. Throw on the next pass. Touchdown. Bryce Greer. 5 touchdown passes. Back-to-back 5 touchdown pass games. DiRoberto looks like he is on another level now. It seems like he is just focused, laser focused, as he's dedicating the rest of this season to his late grandfather. So here's a throw out to the left side. Brian Simmons comes back onto the field and finds his favorite target, Jack Watson. So Brian Simmons, here's another throw across the middle. That is going to be Carl Hopkins picking up a gain of 13 yards and a first down. So 3.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Here's a screen pass out to the left side. That's Tyler Hill, who breaks a tackle, breaks another one. And look at him fighting for the sticks on that one. Gain of 10 yards. We had him stopped for a loss of 3. Instead, it's a gain of 10. So here is Simmons on the next pass. Throw to the right side. That's a one-handed show-off play by Joseph Holloway. And now here's Brian Simmons at about the 10-yard line now. Set up for a 2nd and 10. Throw to the right side. It's Jack Watson picking up a gain of 4 yards. Can we keep this team out of the end zone? So now they run Holloway in motion here on a 3rd and 6. Simmons has all day to throw. Throws to the end zone. It is Holloway again. 7 yards. Touchdown. His 2nd of the game. And now Brian Simmons has 4 touchdown passes. And now we have to lead a fourth quarter drive, but without our star running back, Adam Murphy. It seems like he has a strained back. And now we have a 2-minute drill. Julian Gonzalez checks in the game. So here's a throw out to him. He does get the first catch of the next drive. Gain of 7 yards as this clock does continue to run. We have all 3 timeouts. So DiRoberto throws to the right side. It is caught by Price Greer. Gain of 9 yards and a first down as this clock runs, but on first downs, remember, the clock does stop in college. Here's a throw out to the right side. This time, Xavier Storm puts on a move and gets hit hard for a gain of 9, and we don't elect to call a timeout. We just hurried up to the line. We're trying to save these as we go and run another play. Third, throw out to the right side. That's going to be caught by Price Greer. He's over 100 yards on that catch. He's got 10 catches as well. So now a minute left here in the game. Here's a throw out to the right side. And look who's open again. It's Price Greer. They are not guarding him in this one. So he gets out of bounds to stop the clock there on that 7-yard gain. Here is DiRoberto scrambling out to the right. He will throw. It is a touchdown catch. Maurice highlights Jackson. He's over 100 yards as well. 6 touchdown passes, 57 attempts. DiRoberto is a leader, and he's a man amongst boys. He is doing his thing. He ties this game up at 45 apiece. But Wisconsin has a chance to seal this one and put it away with under a minute left. All 3 timeouts left. So here is Brian Simmons with the throw out to the left side. That's caught by Leon Jones, the first time hearing his name, and it's a gain of 18 yards. So after that first down, here is Simmons back out onto the field and throwing across the middle. That's Jones again. Back-to-back catches from Leon Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a first down. So Wisconsin does hurry it up to the line. Simmons from the shotgun, throw to the left side. Another catch by Joseph Holloway. He gets pushed out of bounds. They have yet to use a timeout. And with that pass, Brian Simmons breaks the record for most yardage in a game by a Wisconsin quarterback. So here's Brian Simmons on the next play. We send the pressure, and that is Justin Royal, the safety. He gets in for a sack, and we just knock him out of field goal range. So now that brings it to a 2nd and 14. Simmons facing some pressure again. It's another sack. This time it's Richard Lewis. He gets in, and that brings it to a 3rd and 17. We just knocked him out of field goal range. Here's a screen pass out to the right side, and it's almost picked off by J.J. Wyatt. He could have sealed the game, but I'll take it. It's a deflection as we knock him out of field goal range. I thought they were about to score on that drive, and now we get them to punt the ball away with 5 seconds left in this game. We're just going to try one deep. Here's DiRoberto just throwing for Xavier Storm, and it's picked off. We need to make the tackle on this one and don't allow a pick 6 to end this game, and we do get the tackle, and this one is going into overtime. An epic Wisconsin State rivalry game. So Brian Simmons and Justin DiRoberto have dueled it out into the overtime period. The first one, here's a handoff up the middle. That's Julian Gonzalez, and he picks up a gain of 11 as Adam Murphy will not return in this game. But here's a throw out to the right side. It's Maurice Jackson, another touchdown grab. Touchdown. And Justin DiRoberto, 61 attempts, his 7th touchdown pass of the game. That is a new school record, breaking his own of last year. So now this is crucial. If we come up with a stop here, this is a monumental win for the program versus our former quarterback, Bryant Simmons. So here he is back onto the field. They need to get in the end zone. Here's a throw to the left side, and that's caught by Carl Hopkins. Look at the footwork, keeping 1 foot in bounds. It's a gain of 12 yards. So Simmons on the next play, throw out to left side, and that is gonna be dropped. Blake Childress had the game in his hands once again, and now that keeps the drive alive for a 2nd and goal. Here is Simmons, throw out to left side. That's Patterson, who does not stop himself. His momentum carries him out of bounds, and that brings it to a 3rd and goal. Another screen pass, Hill out to left side, pushed out of bounds. J.J. Wyatt, a crucial tackle, and now here it goes. 4th and goal at about the 6-yard line. This one could be the game. Bryant Simmons has done everything up to this point to win the game. From the shotgun, Simmons faces the pressure, throws, and it's incomplete. That is the ball game. And take a look at this play. That is Anderson Reed. Look at him. He bumps Simmons off of his throw, and it causes the errant throw intended for Joseph Holloway. And Anderson Reed had a 3-sack game versus Nebraska, and now he comes up big in this one, and that one will seal the game as Justin DiRoberto, no doubt, dedicated that game to his grandfather, a 7-touchdown passing game, and wow, a 7-point victory. What a game in that one. DiRoberto, 493 yards, 61 attempts, the most attempts ever by a quarterback in Whitetails history. Too bad Adam Murphy couldn't get to that 100-yard mark, but speaking of the 100-yard mark, 3 receivers for the first time in school history, 3 receivers reach over 100 yards. Xavier Storm goes for 165. Maurice Jackson goes for 2 touchdowns, 120. And for the first time in school history, 3 receivers have double-digit receptions. What a big offensive game for this offense. Our defense gave up 45 points, but that Wisconsin offense is no slouch. Remember that game they put up on Ohio State? They are next level. This was a great win. And Justin Royal, he's been playing really well. A sack, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 deflections. Richard Lewis has 2 sacks as well. He's been playing great. And Victor Dimitrankos has a sack as well. So Brian Simmons throws 48 passes. He throws for 463 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Ryan Hill had himself a game as well, 161 yards off of just 14 attempts. So if you thought it was getting good now, just wait until the next game. We take on number 1 Navy, the 2nd number 1 ranked team that we faced in this series. And look at Navy. They went on the road and beat number 5 Notre Dame, who was number 1 at that point, 36-33 in overtime. That propels them to the number 1 team in the nation. But not only that, Marquette is now 8-0 and the number 3 team in the nation after they beat Cincinnati 70-14. Amazing. And look at who we're going to face. The Heisman frontrunner, Jimmy Craig. I am surprised that DiRoberto is not on the Heisman list. Maybe a big game versus Navy will put him there, but we will have to face the Heisman frontrunner next game. So what do you expect next episode? An amazing game. Can we stop the run of Navy? That's going to be the question. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I be trying to do me, but they be trying to copy though. Only problem with that is they not me though. People act cool, but really they be shiesty though. They say they got your back, but they ain't even behind me though. I be low key, but police be trying to find me.